low network. Okay, there we go. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. We had just a little hiccup there with the internet connection, so I was probably a little jumpy at first. It's Michelle with Southern Inspirations, and I'm here this afternoon with Dorcas.
Yes.
Van Gilst.
Very good.
Did I say
yes,
it good?
You did.
I have to practice before I get with you to make sure I don't completely butcher it.
Yeah, it's easy to butcher. It's a hard name.
Oh, gosh. So thank you all for joining. As you know, Dorcas has graciously agreed to be a part of my Women Making a Difference series, and I appreciate all of your support with watching this phenomenal conversation with different women throughout Central Arkansas. So we're going to jump right in.
Okay.
I originally met Dorcas, you guys, several years ago when a friend of mine invited me to participate in gift giving, little kits, happy kits I call them, for the women here at Dorcas. And Sarah likes to say that she introduced me and then I just never stopped coming. So on some level or another, I seem to stay involved, and I like that.
I love it.
Not nearly like you. We want to talk about you. So you are the 12th of 16 children. I can't imagine, like, your poor parents.
Well, they chose it.
Oh my
they
goodness.
chose it. Yeah, so my parents had 14 of their own children.
Okay.
They met in Bible college and basically both, just believed that they should have all the children God gave them, as long as my mom was healthy.
Right.
And she was. And so, I told them I'm glad they kept having kids because otherwise I wouldn't be here.
That's right, because you were a little bit down the line there.
Yes, my mom was 42 when she had me.
Wow.
And then 2 younger sisters, and then adopted another brother and sister that are younger than me. So there's 16 of us. There's 63 grandchildren and well over 200 great-grandchildren.
Say that again.
63 grandchildren.
Wow.
Yeah.
And over 200
great-grandchildren. And there's actually one great-great-grandchild. Just one.
That's a whole new definition to a large family.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. But they're amazing people. Yeah.
But what a blessing,
yes.
though. Always a good support system.
Yes. Well, I tell people, too, that's how I got my name because, I figure my parents were kind of running out of Bible names by the time they got to me. So got the name Dorcas, and it's from Acts 9:36, and that's where the Dorcas house gets its name, is after the same woman who took care of the poor.
And I love that, the fact that you are named that, and here you are, the executive director of Dorcas House, Nehemiah, Happy Gray.
Yep.
It's just phenomenal. And then, in addition to coming from a large family, you've been married to your husband, David, for 30 years.
Well, actually, almost 33 years.
Almost 33 years.
Yes.
Over 30 years. And I have to read my cheat sheet.
That's okay.
You have 3 daughters, twin grandsons,
identical
one
twin
on the
grandsons.
way.
Well, actually, identical twin 5-year-old grandsons.
Okay.
And then I have a grandson that's almost 2, and then a granddaughter that's on the way at the end of April.
Oh my goodness. And y'all, if you saw the picture that I posted of her and those grandbabies.
Oh, yeah, they're the cutest things ever.
She said something in her bio about, just ask me how I feel about them. Like, I'm happy to tell you.
If you want to see pictures,
you want to see pictures,
me, I'll send you lots of pictures.
Wow. So good, strong family. I love that. The generation is just carrying on that support and that love. And you went to school you went to UAPB.
Yes, well, I live in Pine Bluff.
Right?
Yeah, I still live in Pine Bluff. I was raised in Pine Bluff.
Right.
We moved away for 4 years while my husband went to nursing school in Iowa, because that's where he's from. And so we moved back, and so I ended up going to UAPB to get my bachelor's degree in psychology, and then went to UCA for a master's in counseling, psychology counseling. And so how I first came to the Dorcas house was as an intern. I tried really hard not to come here because it was named the Dorcas house and I had the name Dorcas. And also I'd really not heard great things about it, as far as just it being very chaotic and not run well. But anyway, God closed every other door. I came here. The director who had been here had just been fired. And so I came, and it was pretty wild, but at the same time, I really fell in love with it. So I was here to do therapy with the clients, but I was here 40 hours a week. And so I graduated that December 2006 and applied for the job in January 2007.
Wow.
So I was at Dorcas House for about 10 years, and then for the last 3 years, I've been executive director. And we still have President and CEO who's over me, praise God, because there's lots of things he knows that I don't know. I tell him, I don't speak hard, I don't even try. I just say, something's wrong with it.
Yeah.
But
And
it's
as
just
executive director, you have responsibility for the Dorcas House, which is for the ladies and children.
Yes.
The Nehemiah House, which is for the men.
right, all men.
And then Happy Gray. And how many locations is Happy Gray?
We
now?
have
Is it
3 locations.
That's what I was thinking. And most folks watching, I'm sure, already know what the Dorcas House is, but just in case we do have some folks tuning in or who may tune in later, tell us just a little bit more. We mentioned that it's for women and children, but tell us just a little bit more.
So the Dorcas House and the Nehemiah House both have 9 to 12 month programs. They both have drug and alcohol recovery programs, and then the Dorcas House also has domestic violence recovery program. And all of those are 9 to 12 months. They're all very structured. They all include therapy every week, classes, chores, Bible study. We are the largest service provider to the homeless in Central Arkansas. We're the only large shelter that doesn't get any government funding.
Right.
And that's because the Word of God is mandatory. We tell people, they don't have to believe it, or they don't have to, put their faith in it or anything like that. They just have to hear it if they want to graduate from our programs. And they can graduate, never become a believer. They're still going to get the same services, the same care, the same resources. Now, once they graduate from those programs, if they want to stay on, we also have work programs and education programs. So they can stay in our facilities, work, they still go to counseling, they go to meetings, they different things like that. They work, they save basically about 80% of their net income. And so that's just savings for them. Right. And then when they're if they've graduated from our recovery programs, when they move out, they can have, we provide their furniture. The guys pick it up and move it for them. So all that furniture that's for sale at Happy Gray, they can pick out stuff that they need and that they want. And we continue to just be a good resource for them if they need groceries, anything like that, and want to stay really attached. And so, and when you guys donate stuff, that's everything at our stores is donated, but our clients also shop for free. So,
which I think is phenomenal. Just as I got here today, I know you were at Dorcas House in there sorting some donations.
I do that a lot.
And as you stepped away to prepare for this time together, one of the ladies was there and noticed a pair of shoes and was trying them on. And so I think that's so cool. Really, their needs are being met.
Yes.
That's obviously shelter, food, clothing, transportation to doctor visits, the pharmacy.
We even pay co-pays on their medicines.
Exactly. Wow.
Everything that they need is provided. They're not allowed to work while they're in the program.
Okay.
And so we provide everything. And so it's and part of that is, I was talking to a lady the other day, and I said, if you don't want to comply by the guidelines, that's fine. You just can't stay here. And part of that is because all of the staff, they work really hard. They get paid very low, and then they fundraise for the clients to be able to be here. Right. And so we're like, if you're not grateful, then we'd rather give your bed to somebody who's grateful.
Yes.
Because we don't get any money for them being here. We don't have less money if they leave. So our thing is we want to fill our beds with people who really want to change.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're after, is change. Right. And our, if they do graduate from our programs, our success rate is really high.
And I know there's so many good stories out there.
Amazing stories.
And in visiting with Michelle Harper before, I've watched several graduations. I know she typically has those at her church, and it's just amazing to see the life change. And you ladies know much more than me, obviously, because you see the condition that they're in, not only just physically and mentally, but spiritually, all of those ways. You see how these individuals come in, and then with God's love and grace and the program that you all have here, they can truly walk out of here a different person.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing. The mercy of God, and just even, attending to their physical needs as far as medical needs and all of that. We have a lady right now who's just found out she has breast cancer. And part of that is because she knew she had lumps, but her abuser would never let her go, get a mammogram done. And then we have a lot of people come here who have never been diagnosed as being, having mental illness, and even severe psychosis. Yeah. And I've had so many people, I do a psych evaluation. I send them to the doctor, and then they'll come back, and once they get on medication, they're like, it's so quiet. In my head. Yeah. And that really sets them up for success, because then they can concentrate. they don't have the need to medicate so much, because of, because they are able to function.
Right.
And so, but yeah, what the grace and mercy of God does in their lives, it's beautiful.
Well, to know that you get to see that day in and day out.
Yes.
It's so much more than a career to you.
Oh.
I know that.
Yeah.
I
tell people it's the hardest job almost that you could imagine, but also incredibly rewarding. So it's incredibly hard.
Yeah.
I mean, almost just like grueling hard sometimes, but it's also incredibly beautiful and incredibly rewarding.
Right. One that you probably cannot imagine yourself doing anything but this.
Right.
Right.
But I also feel like I could never recommend somebody else do it. Like when people say to me, like, well, I want to open a shelter for women, I go, no, you don't. No.
Let me just tell you about it. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, and we have people come and train, like, here from all over the country to be able to open, places.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll find out about it and they'll ask. Sometimes they even stay, here at the house, or they'll stay in a hotel and they shadow and they ask questions. And we share any of our resources with them. I mean, even our guidelines, our intake packets. I mean, we're like,
everything.
we're not trying, we want you to do it because it needs to be done.
Yeah.
But we've also learned a lot from our mistakes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it makes me laugh because like new staff or new interns I'll say something and they'll just think like I'm brilliant, and I'm like, well, I mean, I did it wrong like 100 times, after 100 times.
Kind of learn the hard way.
Right,
there.
you start figuring it out, like what
there's
not
such
to do.
a need for it.
Yeah.
I mean, there just is, and so to know that y'all are respected enough that individuals reach out to you and they want to know how do we do this? How can we offer this? But I just can't imagine the emotional toll and drain. I know you all just must be exhausted at the end of each day, but oh my goodness, what a difference you're making.
Thank you.
It's just,
wow,
we could go on and on about that. I want to share with folks what else you do. You sing. You've been a professional singer for how many years?
Well, I actually was a voice major when I first went to college many moons ago. I went on a voice scholarship, and I still love it. But yeah, I sang professionally for a while, and then I got to be my my daughters, their music teacher when they were growing up. I did that for about 5 or 6 years. So still sing with them a lot. Of course, they're the two oldest ones are grown now, and they, Abby leads worship on her own, but I love going with them and leading worship different places. We also do, especially during Christmas time, we do a lot of concerts for different, like let's say civic organizations are having their Christmas parties, or even churches. Like the Greek Orthodox Church had their big Christmas shindig one year, and they had us come to be the entertainment. And so
it's not too forward if I tell our viewers that if they need some beautiful voices, here you go.
We do a lot of like a cappella 3-part harmony, and we try to do like fun, interesting arrangements and stuff like that. But still, I love singing. And
so I'm seeing, guys, I know y'all would like this. I'm kind of envisioning another live where I invite myself to come wherever you are singing, and I need to
maybe you can make a road trip down to Pine Bluff and just you could just record me singing with my daughters, my two oldest daughters. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Pine Bluff, the Lord must be calling me there to do something, because just in the last, I'd say, month or so, I've had so many people either reach out to me directly or they've reached out in response to something that I've put on Facebook or whatever, wanting me to come do stories, wanting me to either come speak to their nonprofit or do a story about their nonprofit. And so I might just have to do that, Dorcas. I might just have to take a little trip to Pine Bluff, so I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about, I know you have an event coming up, Night on the Street, that is to benefit the whole mission, right? And it's March 14th?
19th.
March 19th. Tell us about that, if folks want to get involved, and kind of what that is.
Yeah, well, this is actually our 14th annual.
That's where I got 14 from.
Yes, which is almost, it boggles my mind to even say that. So, because I was at the very first one. And, and so when I won't even say how we first started doing it, but it's grown and grown. And so basically what it is we only have 2 fundraisers a year, and this is our biggest one. And it's going to take place at War Memorial Stadium on the east side, down in the concourse, which means underneath the bleachers.
Okay.
So what you're choosing to do, and it's free. We just invite anybody to come. I would love for you, if you let me know you're coming. That makes it easier. But if you come and then you bring anything you want to bring, just for the evening, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., then you're going to have your homeless camp. And so we'll assign you a spot. You'll have your number, like you'll be like, say, Camp 19. And so you bring your camp chairs or your sleeping bag, whatever you want to bring. You also bring your cell phone. And if you have a church directory and anything like that, that's fine too. But what we supply you with is we're going to give you, first of all, a fact sheet about the statistics of homelessness in Central Arkansas. Then what the Union Rescue Mission does, because we treat the 3 leading causes for homelessness, which is mental illness, abuse, and addiction. And so it even has statistics of like how many people we serve within a year, that kind of thing. So you just use your cell phone, you call your friends and family, and you say, hey, I'm choosing to be homeless for the evening, and I just wanted to see if you would pledge some money to get me off the streets tonight. And so they usually say, like, now who are you doing this with?
Well, what?
So you're able
You're
to say,
what?
like, yeah. I will never forget the first time we did it. I called my brother, and because that's a really neat thing about having a lot of siblings, you can call all of them to get them to donate.
You can get your donations really quick.
Yes, exactly. So I called my brother. Now I call my nieces and nephews, because they're successful and grown. But I called my brother, and I remember I asked him, and he was like, well, yeah, I'll donate $50. And I was like, okay, seriously, I'm on the streets. I mean, like let's repeat that.
I need more than $50.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll do $500. I was like, okay, that sounds better.
That sounds better.
Like,
we're getting there.
Dude, I know where you work.
You can do this $500.
Right. So, but all you do is so you call your friends and family, and even if it's like $10, if you think about $10, and you did, let's say 20 people, $10, that's $200.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is, if they want to give online, you fill out the little pledge thing and say they've given online, and you let them know our website. They go there, they put your name in, I'm giving for this person. But otherwise, you fill out a pledge card. Runners are coming, and they're picking up your pledge cards, and they're taking it over to a bank of computers who are keeping up with each team's totals. So,
but speaking of teams, so you can either form a team,
right,
or like if you and your spouse, or you and your. But do you form? There are like larger teams.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, youth groups. Usually if it's youth group, they'll divide into different teams. You know what I mean? So they may have 4 teams with them, something like that.
Right.
Businesses. I mean, seriously, you guys, if you think about sororities and fraternities, they're supposed to do. Volunteer work.
That's right.
This is huge.
Volunteer hours.
4 hours of volunteer hours right here. Just wait.
And then it's the whole 4 hours. You're sitting or standing or whatever you're doing, and you are calling people. The whole
pretty
4
much.
Hours. Okay.
Now we do feed you dinner.
I was going to ask, is there food?
Yeah.
It's dinner time.
Yes, and so I always say with you, it's usually going to be like chili, bottles of water. I think it's usually Frito pies actually. And so we will serve that to you, and we'll keep tally if you want to know how much so these runners are picking up these pledge cards. They're keeping track of how much each team is raising, and then we keep those pledge cards. We mail them to the people with the return envelope. We take care of everything for you. And so even if they don't do it, we'll send them a reminder later on. But last year, for the first time, we actually made more than what was pledged, which is amazing.
Wow.
It was over $60,000 last year.
Really?
Yes.
That's incredible.
It is.
Well, you did say it's your largest
Yes.
fundraiser.
And and again, desperately needed because we don't get grants, government grants and stuff. And we still need sponsors. So
I was going to ask, yes.
Yes, if you have a business that wants to sponsor
the night.
Again, you can find me on Facebook or my email address. Well, if you just go on urmissionlr.org, look up Dorcas House Little Rock, you'll go to the website. My email address is on there.
Everything's there.
I can send you anything. I can send you the sponsor list, the sponsor form, team registration, all that. A flyer, if you want to post a flyer. If you want me to come, I think I've already got 3 churches I'm speaking at in the next between now and then, just to be able to share with the church, hey, this is what we're doing.
Right.
Some churches even want us to just come just to say, so prepare to be called. Because 3 people from your church are coming, so this is what they'll be asking you about.
So if you're watching and you're a member of a church and would like Dorcas to speak,
Yeah.
or some other organization where you think this might be something good to share,
Absolutely.
I have posted her contact information already a couple of times, but
Good.
I'll be sure and get that on there again in case you guys have additional questions. So what about the everyday needs beyond this fundraiser, just day in and day out? You know, life happens. This is a house.
Yep.
The Nehemiah house is an actual house, and things break down. You run out of supplies. What are some of those things that just on an ongoing basis, if there's an individual or an organization watching and just wants to help all the time, what are some of those top items that you all could use?
Wow. Well, for one thing, there's just the daily things of like no matter how much you give us, we're still going to need it. Like
Right.
paper towels.
Paper towels, toilet tissue,
Yeah.
Kleenex.
Actually,
you know.
toilet tissue we're okay on, only because my brother was one of the people that one year I called him for night on the street, and he's like, you always ask for toilet paper. How many rolls do you use? And now he sends it through Amazon.
Oh,
I mean, it's
is
just
this the same
continuing.
brother that gave
No,
the
it's
$500?
another
I had
brother.
to ask.
A different brother.
Use different brothers
Yeah,
for
I
different
have 6
things.
brothers, yeah. So, but that being said, I mean, literally laundry soap, dish soap, not for dishwashers, like for sink washing.
Right.
Any kind of all-purpose cleaner, but laundry soap and dryer sheets all the time.
Okay.
Especially free and clear because we have a lot of babies right now. We have twin babies and another baby. I mean, these
Right.
are all new babies, and we have several pregnant women. And
That's a lot of washing.
it is.
Plus
a
the
whole
fact
lot
that you
of
just
washing.
have a lot of women under the same roof.
Yes.
That washer and dryer is
Oh.
constantly going.
Yeah. And then, of course, we have all the men, too.
That's right.
And then we also, I always ask for Kroger gift cards,
Okay.
only because we use those specifically for paying the co-pays on medications.
Oh, that's
And
good
so,
to know.
because we use
Okay.
Kroger Pharmacy for all their, and so
Okay.
that's all we use those for.
Okay.
And so that just really helps with cash flow to not have to just take that out of the general fund. And
Exactly.
that's something that we really need. And then there's always things that come up of like, the bigger ticket items. We really needed a Dorcas House van, and somebody did provide that. I mean, our van was so pitiful. The sliding door when it opened,
Oh,
and everybody was climbing in through the front
Yeah.
door,
Yeah.
But even like if you have small cars that you would want to donate, because we're always needing cars just to. We spend about $2,500 a month in gas for our vehicles. That's how many
Wow.
pickups we do. Like
Yeah.
the guys going and picking up stuff that's donated, but also it's just like taking our clients to doctor's appointments, picking them up, taking them to DHS, picking them up, taking them.
Right.
I mean, just all the things.
It's constant.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just everybody in one house. And that's another big ticket item that we need.
And didn't I see recently? This might have been at the Nehemiah house. Wasn't your stove? Did that get
Yes.
replaced?
Let me just say, Family Church in Bryant.
Oh, awesome.
Family Church, Perry Black's their pastor. They contacted us and they were like, "We got it. We'll get
And
it
they
for
gave
you."
you
As
a
a matter of fact,
stove.
it's coming today.
Oh, that's
I can't tell you
incredible.
how excited I am.
That is
Yeah.
incredible.
I mean, because those are, commercial stove and oven, those are
Yeah,
very expensive.
They are.
And that's something that we desperately needed. Trying to just think off the top of my head, but I'm having trouble doing that for some reason. But you can always contact me because there are things that come up, and I'll even try to do Facebook Lives. So feel free to friend request me. But also look at our website, because our website will also have information,
Right.
ongoing information.
Yeah.
And then I always ask people to share whenever we need something really specific.
Right.
Like recently we have needed size 5 Huggy diapers. We have one little boy here. He's only like 10 months old, but he wears a size 5. He's a chubby little thing. But he is allergic to everything except Huggy diapers.
He's able to wear those.
And so, and so people have, but again, we always need diapers. Especially, I would say especially sizes like 3 through 6.
Okay.
And then pull-ups.
Hope y'all are making some notes there.
Yeah, and if not, you can just back this up again and watch it again.
That's right. Well, and another way, I know we mentioned Happy Gray earlier, but I
Uh-huh.
wanted to rewind to that. We mentioned you have those 3 locations.
Uh-huh.
One is on Highway 10. That's the west location,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And then, is it Benton or Bryant where the
It's
newest
Benton.
one? Benton
Yeah,
is the newest
Happy
one.
Grace
And then
Celine.
North Little Rock?
Yes, and so Happy Grace Celine, it's right in front of the theater in Benton. It's
Okay.
right alongside Domino's.
Okay.
And then in Sherwood. And in Sherwood,
Right.
it's in the Indian Head Shopping Center right off Keel. So if you take,
Right.
go past McCain Mall, just go a few exits up to Keel,
Okay.
go on the other side. It's right over there. So everything that's donated to us. And so what I do with the sorting, and other people do at different locations, we only send to the stores anything that's high end or brand new.
And I've been in there, y'all. The stores are so nice.
They're like
And
boutiques.
I mean, they are.
They're
You
beautiful.
are walking into a boutique,
Yeah.
and so
Beautifully
they hand
displayed.
sort piece by
Yep.
piece and put that stuff out.
And then it's all
Yeah.
steamed before it's put out on the floor.
Okay.
And so everything smells good. Everything's beautifully displayed. And so, first of all, our clients can have anything they want out of the clothes that we don't send to the store.
Right.
Then it's sent to the semi and it's sold by the pound. And then everything that goes to Happy Gray, then they can also shop for free at Happy Gray.
Right.
But all the money from every one of our Happy Grays goes directly to the Dorcas house. So
Incredible.
it goes to pay for, I mean, like our electric bills, our, water bill, all that
Right.
kind of stuff for
All
all
that.
these women and children.
And one of the stores also carries furniture, right?
Two of them
Two
do.
of the stores carry
Yes,
furniture.
Sherwood does. So Sherwood
Okay.
has two sides. It has a clothing, and that's why it's called Happy Gray Fashions and Furnishings. So you have fashions on one side and furnishings on the other.
Okay.
And so it's like furniture, bedding, let me think, decor, books, children's items.
Okay.
There's even a man cave where guys can sit on a leather couch and watch TV and while their wives are shopping, and then everything in there for men is for sale
Yeah.
also.
That's pretty smart.
And and then I mean dishes. There's a whole kitchen area, and again, you guys, it's not a thrift store. When you walk in,
It
like
is very
there will be
nice.
like a
Yeah.
bedroom set up, and then everything in the bedroom is for sale. Then there will
Right,
be like
yeah.
a kitchen, and everything in the kitchen's for sale. And dining room tables. The dining room tables are for sale. The chairs are for sale, and all the dishes on the dining room tables. And so it's all displayed just beautifully. And so there's that one, and then the one in Benton is the same way, where it has two sides. It has a clothing side, and then each of those, the clothing is also men, women, and children. And then over at Happy Gray West, that's a much smaller store. So on Highway 10, right by Fuller and Son Hardware, it's only women's. So
clothing.
when you say clothing, that means clothing, handbags, jewelry. And I should say, I hadn't said yet that even though it's high end, everything is really, really inexpensive. Like all the pants are $5. All the shirts, all the tops are $4. I mean, all the dresses are, I think, $6 or $7. There's sometimes a boutique area, like at Happy Gray West, where like if you have like a really high end, like let's say a Prada bag or Denny
Right.
Burke,
Right.
then it's going to be 90% off what it would be retail. And so still you're going to get like a $300 handbag for like $30.
Yeah.
And they have jewelry, they have, I mean, high-end shoes. I mean, again, it's beautiful.
Yes,
and
it is.
So
you're always taking donations, but you want us to shop as well.
yes, and most
So
of
those
our staff now at all these stores, which I never foresaw, is almost all graduates. We have hired
Really?
so many of our graduates.
That's fabulous.
Because they
Yeah,
have worked there
that's
as
great.
part
Yeah.
of their chores,
Yeah.
like one day a week, and then they
Right.
find out they love it and they're good at it, and
I love it.
yeah,
I mean, what better
For creating
testimony
jobs.
is that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
Wow.
And so they're moving out, getting their own place, and working for
And then-
us. And
yeah.
yeah,
That's
it's
incredible.
amazing.
Well, gosh, I've said it and I'll just say it again. You're making a difference in so many ways. I just, if you tried to count the number of individuals in the years
Oh,
that
gosh.
you've been here that have come through these doors, not all have graduated,
No.
but just to know that you've had a part, you and Michelle and Keith and all the other
our
wonderful staff
amazing
members,
staff.
the volunteers, and forgive me that
Board members.
I'm not mentioning everybody's
Yes.
names, but so many people have played a part in this, and it's
Yeah.
right here in Central Arkansas. So thank you for leading the charge. Thank you for
Yes.
your heart.
Well, thank you for
Thank
everything
you
you
that
do.
you
And
just-
if you guys want to volunteer too,
Absolutely.
then let us know.
You're always looking for volunteers.
Yes.
And really, they are open arms around here. For goodness sakes, they let me just come in and take over their kitchen.
As though that was shocking.
With a working stove.
Right.
With a working stove.
Yeah, I don't speak kitchen either. So.
But if you know me, you know my love for cooking,
Yes,
and
you're
so
awesome
it's
at
just
it.
been one of the ways that I've personally been able to give back to Dorcas House. But
Yes.
there's so many different opportunities
There are.
financially and
And we have
labor.
children.
That's right.
Yeah, babies to rock.
Yes, there's always something to do to make
Yeah.
a difference and touch someone's life. So, well, before we wrap up, is there anything anything else you'd like to share?
I do just want to encourage people to come tonight on the street, because also, interestingly, we do let some of our clients take part if they want to.
Really?
Now,
Okay.
Yes, and we don't have our clients fundraise, but this is the one event that if they want to take part in it, we will let them. And I've had so many clients tell me like that was one of the funnest nights they ever had.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's a really fun, but also you get to interact with our clients. You get to be
Right.
around them,
Yeah.
see what they're like,
Right.
even get to know them. And so, again, I would just really encourage you, March 19th from 5 to 9 p.m. over at
Okay.
War Memorial Stadium.
Now, folks do need to register, or can they just show up?
They can just show up.
But
It's just
you'd like to know if
Yes.
it would just help you with organizing and logistics, probably.
Yeah, and food.
But and, oh yeah, and
Yeah,
food.
food and drinks, yeah.
To
That
know
makes
how
it
many
helpful.
people's going to be there. But people can just show up if
Absolutely.
they decide at the last minute to.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You might just get half a Frito pie, but no, we love it. Yeah, come on.
Okay.
And let me just say too, if you have a church or something like that, and you say like, "Hey, we can't really make it that night.
Mhm.
That's not going to work," but we would love to take part in a night on the street
Mhm.
event. We can actually bring that event to you.
Okay.
And so, because there's churches around
Yeah.
the state, there's like
Right.
schools around the state. I won't name them, but some of them have started reaching out to us about saying that's really too far for us to travel for that evening.
But do it.
But
at
we
our-
can bring the
okay.
event to
I
you.
like that.
So
Yeah.
we can absolutely do that. So keep that in mind too, and reach out to me.
Well, I mean that's a good team building for
Oh,
business who's
it
looking
is.
for a way to give back where everyone can participate.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. I
That's
mean, some
that's
of
a
our
great
sponsors,
idea.
I mean, Smith Family Funeral Home is one of they've been our top sponsor for
Mhm.
years. We love them,
Mhm.
Jeff and Leslie Smith. And they have actually come and participated before. And I mean, just
Yeah.
done the thing, made calls, had
Yeah.
their kids with them. So
Uh-huh.
this is a shout out to them because I'm encouraging them to come again this year.
Wow.
Also,
So
Z&D Medical
encouraging.
Supplies and their owners has talked about
Yeah.
maybe coming this year. And so we love it whenever our sponsors even want to show up and take part. And
Right.
I bet, because I'm like, I bet you have friends that have money that you could
Well,
call
you know
to get
they
you off
do.
the street.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a really neat event.
Yeah. Wow, I've learned so much more than I even knew before. Thank you again for your time. I just appreciate it. I'm going to keep on supporting you however I can.
Thank you,
You
Michelle.
know that. Thank you all again for watching. Please share this. Start a watch party. Share it across your social media. Invite others to like the Union Rescue Mission page.
Yes.
To get involved with the Dorcas House, of course. Thank you so much for following Southern Inspirations. We are going to continue to tell good stories just like this one.
So make sure you like her page too.
That's right.
So
Like
you can keep
my
them.
page. That's right.
That's right.
Share it out. My whole heart is just to continue to share the good, not only with women who are making a difference, but men and women, children, organizations, businesses. It's just about really just getting opportunities out there for people to know about and as they feel led to participate in. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see y'all. What have I got coming up? What's today?
Today's Tuesday.
My day. Oh yeah, I have another women make.
25th?
Yeah, the 25th. I have another Women Making a Difference Thursday, so that's going to be a good one too. I'll be posting that information soon. So there you go. Thank you, y'all.
Take
Bye.
care. Goodbye.